What to text him when he's not responding. Are you unsure what to think when your partner isn't responding, even though you can clearly see they're online? Not sure how long to wait or what to text them when they take forever or deliberately don't reply? You'll find out all this and more in this video. The issue of not responding or not reaching out most often affects couples who have only recently started dating, partners who have met just a few times, or have been together for only a few weeks, sometimes without any intimacy involved yet. To a lesser extent, this problem also affects long-term couples. First, rule out serious situations. If you've been together for months or years and your partner suddenly stops responding out of nowhere, you need to consider the possibility that something serious may have happened and act accordingly. In practice, I've encountered several cases where one partner suddenly went silent, only for it to turn out that they were in the hospital or had their phone stolen while on a business trip. In such cases, negative and impulsive reactions from the other partner only worsened the relationship. The affected person, feeling ignored, started accusing their partner of cheating or hiding something. But when the partner who had a valid reason for not responding finally read these messages, they felt hurt and misunderstood, leading to serious relationship problems. If you're dealing with a situation where your partner is not responding or replying, take a moment before jumping to conclusions. First, try to rule out any serious reasons behind their silence. What, not, to text him when he's not responding. If you've been together for a long time, have a family, and notice signs that something may be wrong in your relationship, take these clues into account. If they haven't replied for a long time, even if they're online, reach out yourself. Be direct, clear, and specific. If you've ruled out serious issues and your partner hasn't texted or responded for hours or even days, patience is key. Don't panic. This can happen to anyone, and staying calm is crucial. If you decide to text first, avoid unnecessary jabs, and don't blame them for their silence. Instead, try to find out what happened and why they couldn't text. This way, you'll prevent unnecessary damage to your relationship. As I've already mentioned, I unfortunately often see people who, after not hearing from their partner for just 2 days, start attacking them without thinking. At first, they send calm and friendly messages, but they quickly escalate and their texts become aggressive. When their partner finally responds, explaining that they were in a difficult situation and couldn't text for a while, they are met with hostility, something that certainly doesn't make them feel good. If this happens at the beginning of a relationship, it can be a clear warning sign that staying with such an aggressive partner may not be a good idea. So, if you find yourself in a situation where your partner hasn't reached out for a while, try not to judge them immediately. Avoid sending negative or accusatory messages, and keep your emotions in check. Just because they haven't replied, even if you can see they're online, doesn't necessarily mean they want to leave you or that they're doing something they shouldn't. They're online but not responding on purpose. They've probably lost interest. It may happen that your partner doesn't reach out for days or even weeks, but you know for sure that they're receiving your messages. Thanks to modern technology like Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp, you instantly get confirmation when your messages are delivered or read, leaving no room for doubt. This is especially common in early-stage relationships, where the ignored partner often wonders what went wrong and why they're not getting a response. They may also debate whether to text first, and if so, what to say. In most cases, if someone isn't replying in the early stages of a relationship, it unfortunately means they've lost interest. In these situations, the person isn't responding simply because they don't have the courage to tell you directly that they don't want to be with you. They lack the confidence to face the situation and either write to you or, ideally, say it in person. Instead, they wait, hoping you'll figure it out on your own, that their silence means they're not interested. Should you text them if they're not responding? Yes, but think it through. You might be wondering, should I text them if they're not responding? Or is it okay to text first? And if so, what should I say? If they haven't reached out in a long time and you know they're online, I'd recommend sending a polite and straightforward message asking them to clarify what their silence means. In this case, you can use apps like WhatsApp or Viber, where you can easily check if your message has been delivered. If you're using SMS, you can enable delivery confirmation. That way, you'll be sure your message has reached them. Reaching out first isn't embarrassing. Don't be afraid to do it. Don't play games. Send the first message without guilt or the fear of looking desperate. Many younger girls and women often hesitate about whether and what to text a guy first. They worry that if they initiate the conversation or don't wait for him to text first, they will come across as too eager or impatient and push him away. But in most cases, there's no reason to worry. Texting first is not embarrassing, as long as you do it thoughtfully. There's a big difference between sending one message after 3 or 4 days and texting every 10 minutes. It's important to recognize what's reasonable and what's too much. The same applies if he's not responding. If you've already texted first and he still isn't replying, express your feelings and let him know you'd appreciate a response. If he doesn't reply within a reasonable time, which varies for everyone, take it as a sign that he's not interested, especially if he had no problem communicating with you before. He used to reply, but now he's ignoring you? If someone is online but deliberately not responding for a long time, chances are they don't want to meet up with you. They might keep making excuses about being busy with work or having other obligations, but their behavior no longer matches how they used to communicate with you. On the contrary, there's a noticeable change, even though there seems to be no obvious reason for it. In this case, send them a direct message asking whether they are interested in seeing you or not, and if so, when exactly. Have an honest conversation in person. If they keep avoiding the question, making excuses, or stop replying altogether, you have to accept the reality. They are no longer interested in you or the relationship. Many of my clients struggle with this and feel like they need their partner to say outright that it's over. Unfortunately, this is just a psychological defense mechanism. They don't want to admit the truth. Ideally, you need to reach a mindset where, if someone stops responding, it simply means they're not interested. And you have to acknowledge that and move on.